Okay, out here raking some hay, and I wanted to take this video to talk about rakes a little bit. This is a rake I purchased used about a year and a half ago. It's an SR112 or 112, and this is the original version. Now they have like a G2 model. It's an improved model, and this is a Kuhn's more economy rake. The newer model, I think, has some updates to the hitch for strength, and this earlier model, you'll notice it's got this rod, left and right, or transport. So that's your lock, or you can choose one wing or both, which I have in now. And the new ones have a hydraulic valve back here. Choose one or the other to lock them. And I am using the 30-20 to pull this. And if you saw me mow a little bit of hay there the other day, that's what I'm doing. And by the way, happy Memorial Day to everyone. It's a good weekend here. We're very, very hot and dry. But this is a 12-wheel rake, and these rakes, in my opinion, are probably the best rakes on the market. And you may say to yourself, well, this is not the highest price rake. And if you look back through a lot of videos in my archive, you're going to see a bigger version, like an SR16 or 6. I don't remember what the model was, but it's a great big Kuhn rake. And I don't even think it raked as well as this one. Your flotation on this smaller rake is these springs right here, and these are adjustable. You can see how the wing comes down and presses on that. And there's variances of this rake. H&S makes an action rake. Peckway makes one. Now with the Peckway though, H&S and this is the same. They have springs that sits on up in this area. The Peckway is just like the bigger rakes. They have individual springs per wheel. Well, these are just on a center pivot here, but they're really heavy. I mean, that's what gives you a nice clean sweep. You can see out here, there's just absolutely nothing left on the ground. So my experience has been you gotta have some weight on your wheels. Your raking wheels. There are going to be different raking wheels out there, different diameters. I've actually found rakes from 48 to 60 inches, different diameter tines. I do think this could use just a little bit bigger raking wheel. These here are your adjusters to make your windrow width. Excuse me, hay dust. And these are kind of rinky-dink. We oil these, but this could be about twice as heavy in my opinion. Now I've had H&S rakes, and again, if you look back in the archives of our farm or my videos, you'll see an H&S being run on the. Well, actually, this 30-20 before it took its little transformation. And that H&S had a lot of problems that broke with the hitch. Other videos, but one only farmer had one. He had the same breakage issues that we did. But this little rake, another thing I really enjoy about it is you can turn with the dual zone. And I'll demonstrate some of this here. And hopefully you guys can hear me. This tractor's kind of loud, but you know me, I always run with a dual zone, and that. Bigger rakes are like that H&S, which is basically like toting around a 40-foot livestock trailer. You can never turn with the dual zone. You see how that comes up nice and neat and it's cold? You got reams of clearance. Now look how tight. I'm making a 90-degree corner, and we're not even close to hitting this frame down there. I'll do this one-handed. But I really enjoy how this rake for our farm works well because you can get into tight space areas. And that bigger rake and those trailing rakes like an H&S, a high cap, absolutely will not turn around, lift up, or anything like this boat rakes. Nor will it have the wheel down pressure. I personally think this Kuhn is better built than an H&S action rake. but tomato. But I would not suggest the Peckway or New Holland or any brands that have individual wheel springs. I don't think you can get the down pressure that you're looking for on the racing wheels. Yeah, 3020, they could have done a little better job on these hydraulic levers. Especially when you're trying to do it one-handed here, it's just about impossible. And another thing, they have float on the upside. So to go back, which would be normal lift, you have to go through it to go to float. Kind of crazy. But yes, very happy with this little rake. Cannot say enough good about it. It's not rated as a high cap rake, but I ran up to 4 ton an acre reaching area through this rake without any problems at all. I'm only going about 3 mile an hour right now, which wheel rakes like speed, and it's doing a nice clean sweep, leaving nothing. So it's got the weight per time. So if you're looking for a really good little rake, and you're not wanting to spend $30,000, I really would suggest these styles of rakes. And ironically, spending $7,000 or whatever these are new, you're gonna have actually a better rake than you will if you do spend $30,000. That's just my experience. Everybody's got a little different soil type or a little different farm. But I have been very, very happy with this particular rake, and I would strongly suggest anybody in the rake market take a look at one of these. If I didn't have this, I'd probably be at an R2800 Premier, which is a powered basket rake. Good quality grass bed. Hopefully get enough rain and it never grows back. Well, operating one-handed here is not proven to work very well, so I think I'll call that a video and catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.